Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Well, today we have a full packed agenda, so we are going to dive right into it. I'd like to start by introducing myself. I am Kelly Zitlow, and I am going to share my journey and everything we know about the power of video, how to build a brand, how to leverage it, etc. But I will tell you, there would not be a Kelly Zitlow out there when it comes to a brand standpoint or video without my marketing guru, Shay Lorraine. So Shay is on this call, and Shay just is full of so much knowledge. And so she and I are going to kind of co-teach this. But Shay, any last words before we dive into it?
No, I'm just super excited to share all the content and some new things that we have in store for everybody today. So let's go for it.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so power of video. Why video? Guys, it is the #1 form of media used in content marketing strategy. So if you are doing any type of digital marketing and you're not using video to leverage it, it's a miss. Today, we're going to tell you how exactly to do it. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that's ever told you this, though. And many of you may have already been on this call before. And so I would just tell you, I know it's not easy. I know that there are things mentally that hold us back from doing video. And the reason why I know that is because I've been there. I've been in your shoes. If you are a beginner and you're wanting to start, if you're telling yourself any of these reasons, I can relate, because every single one of these reasons are something I've told myself. I started with this video journey back in 2013. I know it feels like eons ago. And in 2013, I just had this idea that I should turn into what was my weekly email that I was sending out to the real estate community with a nugget, something that I felt like could bring value to their businesses. I've been doing that for many, many years, and it was successful, but I just had this idea of taking that and converting it into video. So it'd still be an email that would go out every week, but it would have a video as opposed to this long email with whatever it was that I was saying. How hard could that be? Oh my gosh, it was so much harder than I thought. Fortunately, Shay was on that journey with me back then. We sat down. She'd never done video. I've never done video. We're like, let's just figure it out. Well, what I didn't realize was that the biggest thing that was going to hold me back wasn't a camera, it wasn't not having a green screen, it wasn't a teleprompter, it was me. It was right here. I was so mortified of seeing myself on video that I could not get over it. In 2013, we shot about 8 videos the entire year and never sent one out. I never even sent one to my mom. And she's my biggest fan. So January 2014, have you ever had that kind of thing that's gnawing at you, that you you need to do this for your business, you need to do something, but you just are in your own way, you're stuck, you can't get there? Please comment in chat. If that's ever been you, let us know, because I know that if it's not video, there's something else. In January 2014, Shay and I sat down. I said, Shay, I can't shake this video thing. I know it's a game changer. We have to do this. And she said, Kelly, we don't have to do anything. You have to get out of your own way. And Shay, I thank you for that. It was one of those hard truths. And at first I was like, whatever, but she was so right. And Shay went on to tell me, and if you're listening to this and you don't have a Shay telling you this, listen to me and I will be your Shay. You have value. You know what you know. Your community needs to hear you. And that was it for me. Once I started thinking about somebody giving me 30 seconds or 2 minutes of their lives and thinking that based on everything that I know about home lending and marketing and branding, if I could help somebody make one decision that positively impacted their business through the power of video, through communicating in that medium, that it was going to be worth it. So that was it. I stopped thinking about myself. And guys, I don't like the way I look on video. I don't like the way I sound. I have this really high voice. When I get nervous, it gets even higher. I do this thing with my eye. All this stuff was all self-critical. Nobody is going to be as critical of you as you are of you. And the reason we do that is we're just focused on us. Stop focusing on yourself and start focusing on the person that's going to give you 30 seconds to 2 minutes of their lives. What value can you bring? And so early on in our video career, that was it, right, Shay? That was kind of like the game changer. And it didn't mean it was easy. It didn't mean that I didn't hate it, but we did it. And we kind of set some rules on early on that I think is important to talk about. One of which was we do not take more than 3 takes. That was it. Because I'm not a professional actress and Shay wasn't a professional videographer. And we had real jobs to do outside of this whole video thing that we were doing. So 3 takes, that was it. If I was going to talk about VA jumbo loans, I got 3 tries and we were picking the best of 3 and we were rolling with it. Right, Shay?
Yeah. And, I want to just ask you one question before we continue on with more tips. One thing that was a big switch for you in your mind was like realizing the value that you had to provide, that people, they needed answers, they needed information, and you were going to be able to help educate them on the home loan process. But every once in a while, I hear from somebody that they're new in the business, they're a new real estate agent, or they're a new mortgage lender, and they're like, I don't know anything. Nobody wants to listen to me. And so that imposter syndrome starts to kind of creep in. So what would you say to that person? What would be your tips for that person who's feeling like they don't have the 27 years of knowledge that you have? How do they get over that hurdle?
Well, first of all, Shay, you and I agree that we weren't going to say 27 years anymore because I'm starting to feel old. So that is no longer part of our talk. Remember that. Oops. Secondly, I think that with technology, if you're new in this business, there is so much access out there. Find people that you want to emulate. Find great content. If you're a real estate agent, your local MLS markets. Here in the Phoenix metro area, we have the Cronford report. It's going to give you all kinds of content and information that, trust me, your community and people that are wanting to buy and sell, they want that information. So you don't necessarily need to know, all the details for whatever it is that you're going to push content out initially. You're going to get there, but surround yourselves, go find the information that is value driven, that people want to hear. And that's how you're going to get them to show up. If you're a loan officer, follow me on YouTube, swipe and adapt. Do the videos that I'm doing. It's okay. There's plenty of room out there for all of us. So surround yourselves with mentors, surround yourselves with people that are bringing value adds to the communities you serve, and swipe and adapt it. It's okay. You're going to say it different. You're going to look different. You're going to attract a different audience. Perfectly okay. Shay, any other thoughts on that?
No, I just really want to encourage everybody because video really is a game changer.
Without a doubt. It was a huge game changer. And I'm not going to read all of these bullet points, but feel free to take a peek. But some of the things that really happened to me early on when I embraced video and we started to do it consistently. And this is the key, guys. I talked to so many people. Oh, I did a video and I didn't get a transaction. Hello. Doing video is kind of like joining the gym. You can't just go once and then think you're going to lose 20 pounds. It happens over time. And there is no difference with doing video than going to the gym or any other marketing, branding type of process that you work through. For me, that first year that we were consistent with video, and by consistent, I mean, since 2014, January 2014, we have sent out a video email update nugget to the real estate community every week, 50 weeks out of the year, and have now done that for 9 years. That's consistency. That first year that we did that consistent like that, my business increased by 34% that first year. So it was amazing the response that we got just by doing something different, just by bringing information and education to a community in a different way. The other brilliance and the real magic of video is that people relate to you differently. It's the next best thing that we can do other than sitting down with somebody face to face, which I'm not advocating you do video and not do that, but video gives you a reach. There's only so many people that you can sit down face to face with every day. But video allows you to create and position yourself as the expert and break down barriers. And that is one of the huge wins with video. Also, if you're looking to build a team, it's a great recruiting tool because now people get to know you. Do they like you? I'm a hand talker, right? If that drives you crazy, you probably don't want to be in my world because I talk with my hands all the time. But now we're getting people to get comfortable with us and start to build trust. It still amazes me today that I will talk with a client or a new real estate agent, and they will say something like, gosh, hey, I saw your video on not paying off collections. That was so valuable. I was like, oh gosh, it really is working. It really is out there. And the key for us is to trust the process, do the work, and show up every day. Calendar it in your calendar. Shay, what do we do every week? Twice a week.
Video on your calendar every week. People always ask, like, how do you find the time to do it? We
2
put
hours.
it in the calendar.
That's it. That's all I do. That's right. And Shay is my accountability partner. So if you don't have one, find somebody that can at least hold you to the task of, all right, it's 11 o'clock, let's go. And if you have that self-discipline, which I need, because, I'm busy, right? We always think we're so busy. Shay would just come in, boom, shut the door, turn off my phone, turn off my computer, and we would go. Now in that hour, I'll shoot anywhere from, let's say 4 to 6 videos in 1 hour. So we build out the content, and then it gets over to what we call it. Now it's in the can, and then Shay does her magic on it, and then we will push it out in the coming weeks. But that is how we create efficiency with my calendar and my time, and allows me to be able to do that much content.
Yep. And speaking of content, so Kelly, what are we going to make these videos about?
Well, I would tell you that if you are in real estate, you actually have a big win over us in lending. Because how sexy is mortgages, right? But the cool thing about mortgages, if you're in mortgages, is it's so misunderstood. So the opportunity is to be able to break down barriers. If you're somebody like me that truly believes in home ownership and building wealth through home ownership in our country, then you are doing such a disservice to yourself and the people that need to hear from you by not pushing video and content out there, just educating about how this whole thing works. There's so many myths out there, and it keeps people from taking action because they don't know. It's up to us to set that story straight. If you're a real estate agent, now you are in front of beautiful properties, cool backyards, areas. You can talk about, why move to Dallas? There's so much content that is available that you can recycle. Going back to market specifics, what's taking place in your market? Everybody wants to know about real estate. A real estate agent, you are like a hot commodity at a cocktail party, right? Because everybody wants to know what's going on with values, what's going on in their neighborhood, what's coming from an industry standpoint. So you have more content than you could even imagine. All right, so Shay, did I miss anything on content?
No, that sounds good. About it? But I'm excited for this next part because this is where we're going to talk about a couple of our secrets, our secret sauce to really figure out what people are searching for online. Because the best way when it comes to having success with video and YouTube is to create videos about topics that people want to know about. So one of our secrets, one of our bonus content tips is answerthepublic.com. Do you want to talk to this, Kelly, or would you like me?
Go for it. You're on a roll, sister.
All right. So answerthepublic.com is a website, and you can go there for free. And we just type in the topic. So right here, because we're in mortgage, I typed in mortgage. And this wheel here, all these little spindles on this wheel are questions that people are searching for online. So you can get right out of the gate a list. Look at this huge list of videos that you could be making about topics people are searching for. You can type in real estate. You could type in all kinds of things. It's going to allow you for free to do 3 free searches a day. And you can even download the CVS file to have that list of all those questions. And then you can just start making videos and checking it off the list as you make them. So this is one of the things I'm most excited about that I love using when it comes to what should you make your videos about.
All right, write that down. Answerthepublic.com. It's free, and it's actually going to give you insight into what people are searching for. Think about that. That's gold. Now we don't have to guess. Shay and I didn't have this in 2014 when we started to do video consistently. We had to guess. And guess what? What we think people want to know isn't always what they want to know. So now there's this tool that's free that you can search and find out what people are searching for in your particular scope of business. So Shay, good job. But there's more, right?
There's more, but wait, there's more. Okay, so this is also really exciting. And also these tools are free as well, but both of them you can do subscription upgrades. So we use vidIQ and we use TubeBuddy to find out what people are searching for. So you can type in keywords and it will find out what titles score the best on YouTube. And you can get their free Chrome extensions that you can go to their websites and you can get those for free. Now, we do have the upgraded versions of both. I'll be honest, I use vidIQ the most, but when it comes to scoring titles on YouTube, I like to see what both of them have to say. But when it comes to, the one that we use the most is vidIQ. We've paid for an upgraded subscription. And guess what that gets you? It gets you title recommendations. So you can type in, if we want to do a video on FHA loans, then I type in FHA loans and it'll give me like 3 title suggestions of what to call my video. And it also gives you AI description information as well. So I can type that same thing into the description of the video and it will populate some text that I can use for the description of my video when we're posting it on YouTube. And we're going to get into YouTube pretty soon. We've got a lot of great things to talk about YouTube. The other thing about vidIQ that I think that you'll love when it comes to what should I do video on, it actually gives you, when you do the upgraded feature of vidIQ, it gives you daily video ideas. And you can save them in your account too. Like maybe I want to do these 3 and save it for later. You can do that. It's very cost effective. It's worth every penny that we spend on it. I highly, highly recommend.
Dave, I saw your comment and I love it. We're going to address that, but just know that what you see today isn't where we started. And the best place to start, you don't need to have anything fancy. You don't need to use these resources. Just shoot video and distribute it. That's the starting point. But over time, like anything that we do, we start to gather information and say, gosh, how do we up our game there? What's trending now? I mean, Shay, it probably wasn't even until maybe 5 years ago, we never even tracked subscribers. Nope. It wasn't the mission. The mission when we started this was to share information, to provide education. And if we only changed one life because of that, then it was all worth it. What you see today and what we've evolved to has been over 9 years of doing this. So please, and I appreciate you commenting, Dave, please don't get overwhelmed by all of this. We've got different levels of people on this call. Sometimes they're beginners, sometimes they're ready to kick it up. And so we're bringing this to you kind of an all-in comprehensive look at how we do what we do. All right. So now we know what the content is. We've done a little research potentially and using some of these free tools on searching content ideas, subject lines, things like that. Now, what are you going to do with it? Well, if you just wanted to start with Instagram, great. I mean, Instagram has so many of the editing tools and the music and everything built into it. And that's great. That's a great place to start. We post on all of these platforms and we do e-blasts with our videos. That's how we get eyes on it. But YouTube is our foundation. And I get asked all the time, why YouTube? I truly believe it is the #1 missed opportunity in real estate and mortgage. The reason for that is, and the numbers don't lie, guys, but the reason for YouTube is that it's different than Insta and Facebook because those are scroll feed types of platforms, meaning that if you do a video, then it's there today and then buried tomorrow. But YouTube is different because when you're searching for something, you want to learn something. Odds are you're going to YouTube to learn it. So for example, I got this new curling iron and I'm not very good at it. Guess what? I didn't even read the manual of the curling iron. I just went to YouTube, put the type of curling iron into it, and all of these tutorials came up, and boom, as I'm doing my hair, I'm watching the video and I'm figuring it out. I had to change a tire recently. I've never changed a tire before. Guess what? I went to YouTube, I watched the video, and that's how I learned it. People are using YouTube. Google is a resource engine. Google owns YouTube. So if you're looking for information on buying a house, selling a house, how to finance a house, odds are you're going to end up on YouTube. It's evergreen as well, meaning that you can shoot a video now and you can leverage it for many years. It doesn't go away until you take it down. So unlike scroll feed, here today, gone tomorrow, your evergreen videos stay there and they start to build a life. And we continue to see views on videos that we did 4 years ago. Even today, we still see that. So people are still watching that content. Shay?
Yeah, absolutely. So here's an example of how the views just continue to grow over time. We did this course a month ago, and at the time when we did this course, this was our #1 video, Spouse Not on the Loan, and it had 41,000 views. Since we did the class a month ago, it has already risen to 59,000 views. So you can see how this is something that people are searching for on the internet. So the views just continue to grow and to grow over time. So it'll be fun to see when we get a year out where we're at with this video right here. Oops.
I love it.
Okay. So here's a little more information that I wanted to just break down about the power of YouTube. One thing that I love about it is really goes deep on all the analytics that we need to know. So when you create evergreen content, it just continues to grow over time. I took this video from our Mortgage How Do I channel. 10 months ago, this video had 13,000 views. And you can see when I go into my YouTube dashboard, this is all free, by the way. On YouTube, it gives you this dashboard with all these amazing analytics. It shows me that I've got 13.9 thousand views over time. It was 1,000 hours of watch time. And this video gained 181 subscribers. Pretty awesome, right? It also shows me this little real-time clip over here where it says that this video got 170 views in the last 48 hours. And it tells me where that's coming from. And that's coming from 67% of the traffic from YouTube search. So when you make videos about topics that people are searching on, then you can get a lot of traction with those videos. And then here's another example of a video over here in this far right-hand corner where it had a similar amount of views, 14,000 views, but that video actually brought in 291 subscribers. So if you're looking to grow your channel, how do I get more subscribers? How do I get more watch time, more views on my video? YouTube's going to give you all the analytics you need when you make videos on topics that people search for on things that are evergreen, then you'll see those results.
I love it, Shay. Thank you. So exciting too. It's free. Did we mention that? Those analytics on YouTube, and YouTube is free. So, all right.
Okay.
I actually just had this conversation yesterday with a loan officer, and she wants to do video, and she has, puttered around with it, but she's like, you know what? I think I want to find that next platform, the platform that's new that nobody's on yet. And I'm like, what? Like, let's back it up. Because in her mind, there's so much competition out there. Guys, there is not a lot of competition with real estate and mortgage in this space. I'm often asked, why do you teach this? Why are you giving away the secrets? There's no secrets, you guys. There's none. And there's plenty of room for all of us in this space. We each have our own authentic voice. We each know what we know. We each have our passions. It's okay. And I just empowered her to go be her. And what she says is going to be different than maybe how I'm saying something on FHA. Her demographic who is following her, there's going to be people that like her better. That's okay. But don't let that hold you back from starting to get into whatever platform that you want. We're big advocates for YouTube, and there's a reason why that we just shared. But honestly, don't hold yourself back because you think that there's just too many people out there talking about this. There's not. It's wide open. All right. So if you want to get started, here's what you need. One, if you have a phone like this, there you go.
Preferably an iPhone.
Shay does not get paid from Apple, but she does like iPhone. All right, so if you have a phone, all of the videos you see, I won't say all, Shay, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe 95% of the videos on YouTube, both of our channels, is shot with an iPhone, right?
Both of them. Yep.
Yeah, okay. And you're going to want to have a lavalier or some type of mic. So today I have a mic on my desk, but generally when I'm shooting our weekly updates or our content for Mortgage How Do I just use a lapel lavalier mic. What do you think, Shay? 20, 25 bucks, Amazon, get it by 4 o'clock today kind of thing?
Yep.
Okay. And then if you have an Apple phone and you're ordering that lavalier mic, you're going to need a little adapter. You can also find that on Amazon or Apple, Shay.
Well, it just depends on which one. Some of them come with it, and then sometimes you just have to get the Apple adapter. I like to buy it at Best Buy, actually, if you need the Apple Lightning adapter. But sometimes, like this one, it came with it. So we're good to go.
Awesome. And then lastly, lighting. And I don't know why we put it last, because next to the actual phone is probably the most important, right, Shay?
Yep.
We always have people asking us, gosh, how do your videos look so bright and crisp? And it's all about lighting. I have the benefit of being in Arizona, so we naturally have a lot of light. My office has a lot of windows, but even with all of that light, we still bring in lighting. So right in front of me, behind the camera, is a social light, which is shown on your screen. And then when I shoot videos, we also bring in two separate, they're called soft lights. You can get a kit on Amazon, what, like $100, $150, Shay?
Less, under $100 for a softbox light kit. But honestly, the ring light, that's where I'd start. I wouldn't go out and buy a lot of equipment. Like you said, just start simple, iPhone, the microphone, and a ring light, and roll.
Boom, boom, boom. I love it. All right. Now you have your equipment. Here's some of the shooting tips. One, good lighting. And also, if you're going to shoot outside, make sure the sun is in front of you, not behind you. If the sun is behind you, let's say you're holding an open house and you want to do a quick video to share it with your community, get people to drop by, make sure that the sun's in front of you. Otherwise, you're going to look like a big, great blob. You want to make sure that you are using a mic and it makes a difference. One of our longtime most viewed videos on YouTube is about debt to income ratio. We get people complaining about how poor the sound is, but I don't even know what our last check was. It's still one of our all-time most watched videos. So push through it, but it doesn't mean that we want to consistently put out content and videos that don't have great sound quality. So we have upped our game and we now shoot with video all the time. We will not shoot without, not video, but we will not shoot without a mic anymore. All right, good energy and a smile. Video is going to slow you down. So if you're naturally mellow, then you're going to be even slower. So you're going to have to kick it up and you're going to have to bring it for video because for that reason. And again, I will tell you that you're going to be nervous. If you're just starting out, you're going to be nervous like I was. Smile. Truly just smile. People naturally connect with smiling. And that's hard because when you're starting to do videos, sometimes you're like so serious and like this. Just smile. Find your authentic self. Know what you know. Smile. Say what you got to say. Wear bright colors. Shay actually let me off the bright color train today, but normally if you follow us on social, you're going to see usually I'm wearing red, blue, green, bright colors because they pop off the screen. If you are male and that's not your thing, or if you're female, that's not your thing, you want something that is going to pop off the screen. So it could be a golf shirt that has color to it. I'm blonde, so I can't wear white. The only reason I got away with this today is because I have a black jacket on. But just think about, how it looks visually because people are very visual. And make sure you're shooting more than one video at a time. This goes back to leveraging your time. If you've got 30 minutes on your calendar and you're going to shoot, don't just shoot one video. Shoot 1, 2, or 3 videos, 4 videos. Shoot as much as you can in the time that you've allotted because it is going to make it much easier for you to execute those over time. Don't waste time introducing yourself. Early on, I would say, this is Kelly Zitlow. Boom, I already lost them. I mean, right now, you've got to get to the point. So introducing yourself, trust me, they're going to know who you are. There's other ways that they're going to figure out how to connect with you. Don't introduce yourself. You're wasting time. Don't allow yourself more than 3 takes, which we talked about. And the most important, don't shoot a video and not post it. Have the courage. It's okay that it's not perfect. It's you. Move forward. And I promise you are going to get better the more you do.
Right, Kelly. I mean, I know that there's a lot of tips here and a lot of things that you can do. And we put this in here because we want to make sure that everybody knows how to level up their game, but do not let this be a barrier to starting. We have posted videos, like you said, how to calculate a DTI, had really loud music, terrible audio, wasn't great edited. It still got over 30,000 views. It's not something I would encourage, that you do all the time. But the fact is, we posted it, we put it up there, we got a lot of traction with it. And so it doesn't have to be perfect. But if you're doing video and you're finding that you're not getting the results that you want to get with video, you're not getting the views, you're not getting, subscribers and all those things, then these are some of the things that you can do to improve your videos that will get more eyeballs, that will get subscribers, that will get people to be excited about your content. And you can just, get 1% better with every video, like, okay, now I'm going to get my microphone. Now I'm going to improve this.
Yeah.
So it's something that you can work into, that where you want to go with it, but just get started with your phone today and then come back, watch this video again to learn all these tips, how you can level up your game.
Alexandra has a great question. What's the maximum amount of time the video should be?
Oh, the minimum?
We have done it all and know that these algorithms change all the time. So there isn't like one set time. What I like to say is say what you have to say, have really great content, be sure that you're clear and concise. And if that's 30 seconds, then it's 30 seconds. We do a lot of shorts and reels. Those are under 60 seconds. We do long form. Those could be as long as 30 minutes. So whatever it is that you're bringing to the table from a content standpoint, don't feel rushed that you have to squeeze it in here or there. Say what you have to say to get your point across. Shay, any thoughts on that?
I think just, making sure it's something of value.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
So speaking of saying what you have to say, how do you remember what to say, Kelly?
Well, early on, we tried to do this whole teleprompter thing, and I'm not very coordinated. So it just didn't do well. I think I was so focused on myself and just still like in my head that I was like, Shay, there's no way I can do teleprompter. And it wasn't until maybe a year and a half ago to 2 years ago, we reintroduced the concept of teleprompter. But I want to share with you how we do that. If you're a real estate agent or you're a loan officer, you know what you know. I know mortgages. I know home loans. That's my baby. I don't need to be scripted about that. But we do script the intro and the outro. And so that's what I'll follow along on the teleprompter. When it gets to the good stuff, the stuff that's in my zone, I just free form it. And then I will close with the closing statement. The reason we do that is now at this part of the game, we are really tapping into SEO. We are wanting to make sure that we're using our vidIQ and our TubeBuddies and all of this to make sure that we've got the right words that people are searching for. So that's why we went to the teleprompter, because we type it in, that reminds me to say what I'm supposed to say. Outside of the content part, it's just the structure of how we do it. Shay, do you want to talk to that?
Yeah, so I love this picture that we put here, because every once in a while we still do it the old-fashioned way. Every once in a while we'll be doing video and then we'll be like, oh, we should have done a video on this. And then you'll get out a piece of paper and you can see that she just taped it onto the iPhone there with her bullet points.
And that was like last week I did that. So if you don't do teleprompter or you're just not comfortable doing it, it's okay. For 7.5 years, this was my teleprompter. This right here. It was piece of paper, Sharpie. I'd write down my bullet points. If I got off track, I could glance down. We generally will tape it right under the lens on the camera. So if I am talking and I get off track, I can just go down, I can just go back up. And it's so instantaneous that people aren't even really noticing that your eyes are coming off the camera. So, Shay?
Right. I think just, it is important to know what you're going to talk about and have a structure, because you don't want to just be rambling. And actually what we found is really important when shooting video is to start it off with a hook. So what's a hook, Kelly?
A hook. What is relevant today? Fed increases interest rates by 1/4. Are mortgage rates higher or lower? Right?
Right.
There you go. Now you get in to tell them what you're going to tell them. But that's the hook. Then you're like, oh, I don't know. That's right. The Fed did increase rates. What does that mean to me?
Yeah.
That's an example.
Another hook could be, that's a great one. Another hook could be, don't make this mistake.
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah.
What mistake? Am I making it? I don't know. I need to keep watching, right? You want to draw the person in. So think of the very first thing you're going to say, the very first sentence or first few words that's going to hook your audience and make them want to watch your video and stay, as long as to watch the whole thing, ideally, right? Yeah. So I think too that, one thing that we've learned as we've gotten better about this, Kelly, is that everybody loves a story, right? So if you have a story, and it depends, are you telling long form? Are you doing short form? If you're doing short form, your story better be short. Yeah. But it just gives the audience an idea about, like, why do they need to know about this? Yeah. Why do they? So if you were doing, don't make this mistake, then you might say, I had a client who called me and they were so excited about that brand new washer and dryer that they just bought before they closed on their home. Okay. So you and I know where this is going. That's a terrible thing.
And then, don't do that if you're buying a house, right?
Right. So then you get into the message. While I'm excited that they were excited about their washer and dryer, the truth is that this put us in a pickle on closing their loan because blah, 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 blah. And then your call to action is going to be, so don't make this mistake. If you have questions about what you should or shouldn't do, watch my next video on, first-time home buyer mistakes so that you don't make any of these. That could be your call to action. Or maybe your call to action is DM me for more information or schedule a call but try to close your videos with an action that you want your audience to take. Maybe it's comment below, watch my next video.
And honestly, you guys, we've been doing this a long time and we've only just started to be thoughtful about call to actions over the last 2 years. Yep. I mean, prior to that, I was so focused on just bringing education that I wasn't even thinking about the call to action. So learn from all of the obstacles and mistakes or mishaps that we've had along the journey. Incorporate the frame, incorporate your message, and then your call to action. And if you use that structure, you're going to be right on the money. All right. So Shay, the most frequently asked question is about editing. Again, if you're not at this stage, it's okay. But Shay, talk to us about editing.
Well, first of all, I want to say, don't let lack of editing hold you back, because for years, and I mean a lot of years, we did no editing and we still had success on YouTube and with getting our content out. That just meant that Kelly had to be really good about not messing up when she filmed so that I didn't have to do any editing. But now we do editing, we do graphics, and we do all these kind of things. And, that just took some learning on my part. So I had to learn how to edit videos. I learned everything from YouTube and taking YouTube courses and things like that. But you're probably a real estate agent or a loan officer, and you don't want to learn that. So here's some tips. If you are somebody that likes to do that, you can use an app like Splice or Canva. There's subscription models for those. You could use iPhone, Movie Maker, iMovie. You can use Movie Maker for Android, although I would just get an iPhone. But you can also edit within the Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube apps for free. So with YouTube, you can do editing for long form or short form within the app for free. There's also all kinds of videos on how to learn it, but you don't have to do it yourself. If you do loans and you don't want to learn video editing, you can also hire it out. So what we've used in the past, because we do a lot of video and I'm only one person, I've got a lot of things to do, is we've used Fiverr.com, and you can find a videographer just to do one video, a one-off video. Or if you're gonna commit to doing video and you're gonna do more than one video, you can use who we use for overflow, which is a company called Story. So Story does either long form or short form. They'll do your shorts. It's pretty cool. You record your video, you send it to the app. They'll do all the editing for you. They even have packages where they'll post it on YouTube and Instagram, Facebook, all those things for you. So if you want a free demo on how their program works, you can scan this QR code. And when you do the demo, they'll also throw in a free video edit for you. So that's
We like free. Demo. We like free, right, Shay?
Love free. So don't feel like you have to do it yourself.
All right, let's talk shorts and long form. We have about 15 minutes left here. So shorts and long form, we really only started to do short form, gosh, again, probably a year and a half ago, Shay, on an intentional basis. Prior to that, everything that we did was long form. And short form, it's a great place to start. One, because it's easy. Like literally you can take out your phone, blah, 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 talk for less than 60 seconds, and boom, you could just post straight from there. Shay, give us your thoughts.
Yeah, so we say 1 minute because we like to leverage our videos on all the platforms. So for YouTube, your video must be 1 minute in vertical format in order to be considered a short. So the platforms like Reels and TikToks, they've expanded the length of time that you can do video. So if you're only posting on those platforms and not on YouTube, then you could go a little bit longer. But the other thing that we do and that we really get a lot of mileage out of is that we do a long form video. Sometimes she'll do a video for 8, 10, 12 minutes. We'll take that and we'll cut it into shorts. So that is another great way where we do one long form video and we get 5 or 6 shorts out of it on top of the long form video. So that's something I highly recommend.
All right. All of that's good. But if nobody watches your video, then this isn't going to work. So let's talk about how we leverage them.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. So this is the system. We shoot and edit the video, and then I post it on YouTube with a thumbnail. What's a thumbnail, Kelly?
It's that little square thing with words on it.
Yep.
People click on. It's hyperlinked to the video.
Yep. It's that graphic. I always think of it sort of as a commercial. So when you're in YouTube, you just see all these thumbnails and you're like, which one do I want to click on? So you want to have well-designed, clear, concise thumbnails that get the click. It's all about the click, right? They got to click on your video to watch it. So I highly recommend the thumbnails. Canva has thumbnail templates for you. Very easy, for free, by the way, that you can make. Or you can hire somebody on Fiverr to make thumbnails for you as well. But I recommend the thumbnail. Okay, we take the long form video, we post it to YouTube, then we repost it on Instagram and Facebook. And then we also simultaneously are sending it out in an email blast to Kelly's database that goes out once a week, every week for 50 weeks out of the year. Okay, why is this important? A lot of times I go to YouTube and I see other lenders or real estate agents and they have like 2 views on their video. And I know exactly that they're not sending it out in e-blast to their sphere. But the great way to get views right away on your video is to send it out in an email blast. So we put it on YouTube. Then I go into Constant Contact is what we use for our e-blast. I put the thumbnail in there and I link the thumbnail to the YouTube video. Now, every time somebody gets that email blast and clicks on it and watches the YouTube video, that counts as a view. And then the other thing that it does is it alerts the YouTube algorithm. Oh, hey, Kelly just posted a new video and already 30 people have watched it within, 10 minutes of posting it. And the algorithm goes, maybe we should push this content out to more people and see if they're interested in it. So it gets the juices flowing. It gets things going. It gets immediate views on your video when you're sending it out to your sphere. Plus, that's really why we make content, right? Because we want our people to have the education on whatever it is that you're talking about that's important for them to know.
Which means you have to have your database in order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Post-its don't count as a database.
Yeah.
You have to have the information. It could be an Excel worksheet if that's what your database is, but you have to have it in a mechanism that you can then leverage into an email constant or an email blast type of system. So we use Constant Contact. We've used that the whole time for 9 years. The way it works is my company has Salesforce, which is our internal CRM. We export our list every week that we're emailing out. It goes into Constant Contact, thumbnail, and then that center picture on the screen is what the email blast looks like. Constant Contact has a ton of templates, or you can freeform it if that's what you want to do. But we are always tweaking and is kind of advancing or elevating the look of this. So currently, what we did maybe starting 9 months ago, Shay, is we would put our previous videos at the bottom. So now they're getting 3 videos, because how many times, if you're like me, you're like, oh, I got to read that. But then you forget, and it's like buried in your email, and then you don't go back and read it. Now we're helping that viewer to go, oh, that's right. Kelly was sharing the 5 must make videos if you're a real estate agent or something like that. Then at least now it's top of mind. They can quickly watch it. I watch video or listen to video all the time. When I'm getting ready in the morning, I've got YouTube on. I'm listening. I'm learning. I'm growing my mind. When I'm driving, I'm not watching video, but I still have it playing, and I'm learning. I'm listening. I'm growing my mind. So that's how I incorporate it into my very busy lifestyle. But you must have a way to distribute the video. Otherwise, people are not going to just organically find you, especially if you're new in the space.
Mm-hmm. Here's another example of our video where we are incorporating shorts. So in the previous video, we did the previous week's videos. And this one, we did some shorts so that we're getting eyeballs on that as well. So somebody asked here in our chat, and we're definitely going to try to get to all the questions, but Kristen asked, do you like Constant Contact over MailChimp? And we do. We do like Constant Contact. I find it to be a little bit more user-friendly. I feel like they have more templates. I absolutely love the analytics that they offer. So we're able to see the opens, the clicks, the opt-outs, and another really cool feature that Constant Contact has is what's called resend to non-opens. So I send my email out on a Wednesday, and thousands of people opened it, but guess what? Thousands of people didn't open it. So Constant Contact, if you set it, you have to set it to resend to non-opens. 3 days later, it will resend that email to all the people who didn't open it. So that is like a major game changer of getting that email in front of people again. So I love that feature. MailChimp, one thing that you might like about it is that it's free for under 2,000 contacts. So I would say if you're not ready to invest, you have less than 2,000 contacts, maybe you're just getting started out, go with MailChimp. Yep. It has a lot of great features, like do it. Just start getting your email, making the videos and getting it out there. Let's be honest. It's not worth it to make a video if you post it to YouTube and you get 2 views. Like, you got to get eyeballs on this. And the whole idea is educating your sphere. So email marketing is the #1 way. In fact, it's the whole reason why we really started video. Right, Kelly?
True. Yeah. And now we do video, in this scope. So the email marketing is a big part of the video that we do, but we've elevated and now we've incorporated that into the loan process. So we have a ton of video that is built into campaigns based on where our buyers are as they move through the process. or if it's a refinance, educating them, keeping them posted as they move through the process. So we leverage video in every single way that we possibly can. We offer to our clients when they schedule a time with us, if they want to do it via video, right? I mean, COVID taught us that we can work different. And so we do have a lot of clients, especially younger clients, that want to have that face-to-face, but they want to leverage technology to do it. So many different ways that you can leverage that face-to-face without actually getting face-to-face. All right. So I know that this has been a ton of information and you're only going to get this much. The real message here is if you decide and make the decision and are committed to this, you can do this. And we've created an action plan to help you go back in and reference the content that we covered today. So scan the QR code on the screen. It is going to be there for you, and it's going to walk you through all of these things on a high level to get started and to kick up your game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Shay, we have a few minutes. We'll go ahead and show our YouTube channels. We have 2 of them. One is Mortgage How Do I, and it is absolutely kind of all consumer driven. So anything that I think is important to consumers that want to buy a house or potentially refinance, that's that channel. And then Kelly on YouTube was the initial channel, and that one was really geared towards the real estate community. So you can certainly subscribe. And if you want more, depending on where you are in the journey of video and you want to kick it up, we've actually just built out another class that we're going to be teaching here. When is it, Shay? Wednesday?
April 26th. Yep, at 11 a.m. The secrets of success on YouTube. It's very specific to YouTube.
Yeah, more secrets. I love it. All right, let's open it up. We have 7 minutes left.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's look back at some of these questions here.
How long
does it take to build a following? I mean, I guess, Susan, it depends. What platform are you talking about? But I mean, I would just be consistent, committing to at least 1 video a week, and you'll see it grow over time. I mean, on YouTube, they kind of say like a year, but we know agents that are having success and getting leads from YouTube already and been doing it less than a year. So
and I think that answers to Rhonda's point. You know, you have to think of video like it's building your brand, right?
Mm-hmm.
So don't think you're going to do a video and get a transaction. Although if you're consistent with it and you're intentional about it, we are coaching some of our real estate agents who have only been doing video less than a year, and we have one agent that's already closed 4 transactions. I mean, that's a big deal in 1 year, and he's doing a great job at it. The thing for him was just getting out of his own way and then just following this process. We talk to him, I don't know, every week, at least I do. And Shay, I know he reaches out to you too. And it's just sometimes they'll just get a little stuck. He goes back to this action plan because he attended this class a year ago. And this is his resource guide to help him do what he's doing. So you can get business from it. As far as accessing the video in the future, Shay, does this get sent out?
Yeah, we are recording this and we will send it out in email, and we'll also post it on your channel, Kelly on YouTube.com. So it'll be 2 places. We'll post it online. Okay, Susan's question. We still got a couple minutes for questions. How do you reuse a YouTube video to Insta when the video is 7 minutes long? Well, we cut it into shorts. That's what we do. So we find the best parts of it and then we cut it into shorts to use as reels. That's how we do it.
Perfect.
You can post a 7 minute long video on Instagram, but Reels is their thing and you get the most eyeballs on Reels. So I would say take that 7 minute video and cut it into a bunch of shorts. David, the cheat sheet, you got that, right? Did everybody get the cheat sheet? That's this action plan. You can text it or scan this with your phone. We talked about the replays. Okay, does anybody have any other questions in the chat? Anyone?
I love it. All right. Well, there were 30 people on this webinar. So congrats for showing up. And I hope that we brought you enough either encouragement or value that you are ready to invest in yourself and figure this thing out. You guys can do it. There is nothing special about, the people that you see on YouTube, other than the fact that they're committed to learning how to deliver content that has value adds to it. And that's really it. That commitment is the people that you see on YouTube. And, sometimes, I watch YouTube and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, it's crazy.
Right. Some things have like 1 million views, and it was maybe the worst video I ever saw.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Follow your mission too. If you're an expert in a particular area, talk about what you know. It's going to be easier to do that than, maybe tiptoeing into an area that you're just not comfortable with talking about. So, Shay, can you put back the QR code for the cheat sheet for Kristen?
Yeah.
And Alexandra?
Yep. There you go.
All right, Shay, your closing words. What did you used to tell me early on? It's probably the best advice.
Just do it.
Okay, there you go. That's it.
Just do it. Just do it. It's so worth it. I feel like I know it's been a game changer in your career, Kelly, and your business, but I feel like it's been a game changer in my life.
Yeah.
I'm so passionate about video and YouTube, and I just get so excited when we talk about like our real estate agent Brian and how he came to our class, and then he did some other classes, and now he's into it, and I'm so happy. It makes me so excited when people just go for it, get out there, and start having the success that we've had on YouTube.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, I think that will do it for today. We hope to see you in April at our YouTube secret class. And you can watch for the replay and the whole slideshow, right, Shay? Does that go with it?
Yep.
Awesome. Cool. So if you missed any QR codes, they will be there. You guys get out there, jump, have the courage, and just do it.
Do it.
Bye.
Bye.